What comes after losing everything? What happens to a superhero when the battle ends and the suit is gone? It asks, what if the true power isn't in the punch or the cape, but in the decision? Instead of only being a passive viewer of dramatic choices, now you decide who goes on missions, choose which heroes to trust, juggle their abilities, trauma, past crimes, and corrupt histories, and still manage your own character's emotional spiral. The format mirrors TV, 8 episodes released in pairs. It's serial. Character arcs develop. Storylines deepen. There's space for mystery, betrayal, redemption. But what really separates it? This isn't a game about being the hero. It's a game about running the heroes. This is Dispatch. The protagonist is Robert Robertson III, better known during his superhero days as Mecha Man. He's not a god, not born invincible. Like Iron Man, a man enhanced by mechanical engineering and a groundbreaking mech suit originally designed by his father. But one day, he fails. During a grudge mission against his father's killer, a masked menace called Shroud, Robert's suit gets blasted beyond repair. He barely survives it. The media calls him washed up. His sponsors drop him. The city moves on. Now, stripped of armor, cut off from his legacy, and with no job prospects, Robert gets an offer. Work at SDN, the Superhero Dispatch Network. It's like a crisis response agency for superpowered incidents. Think 911, but for superhumans. His job now? Sit behind a screen, answer emergency calls, and assign missions to other heroes. The catch? These aren't polished heroes. They're ex-villains, people with unstable powers, trauma, hostility, regrets. Now Robert's trying to rebuild his suit, regain trust, keep the hero program going, and survive the web of internal office politics, press manipulation, and a CEO who cares more about ratings than righteousness. Meanwhile, the villains aren't fully gone. Shadows of Robert's past creep back. Old enemies resurface. Not in the streets, but in the system. This is a world where heroism is measured in headlines, where criminals get rebranded into assets. And Robert? He needs to decide whether to cling to the hero he was, or accept the broken strategist he must become. The gameplay comes in 2 main layers, and both bleed into each other. 1. Narrative interaction. This is the Telltale core. Cinematic dialogue. Character choices. Branching emotional arcs. You might have 6 dialogue options, some aggressive, some empathic, some manipulative. A hero you supervised failed a mission. Do you berate them for negligence? Build their confidence? Fire them to protect your brand as dispatcher? Your choice feeds directly into relationship stats, which affect future missions. Loyalty, fear, trust, doubt. These in turn affect outcomes. If a hero hates you, they may refuse deployment, even if the city is burning. 2. Tactical dispatch system. The second mode is like playing a strategy game, but through communication. You get mission calls. Speedster needed at chemical outbreak. Metamorphs fighting in nightclub. Giant biomech in downtown. You see your roster of heroes, each with powers, risk levels, mental stability, personal animosities. You can't just send anyone. A hero with fire-based powers might escalate a situation, and each mission affects city morale, press coverage, and internal SDN ranking. The more unstable heroes can also spiral. Massive stakes if they melt down in public. Suddenly, you're not just selecting troops, you're negotiating egos, weighing morality, saving the day from your seat. The game feels like you're watching an animated drama, written and shot like prestige TV. That's not an accident. This game was originally written as a TV series, inspired by The Boys, Watchmen, and Office-style satire. In fact, Ad Hoc Studio first pitched Dispatch as a live-action interactive show with hybrid film game mechanics. But when the pandemic hit, filming shut down. So they rewired it as a fully interactive game, retaining everything they'd already built for character arcs, story pacing, and dialogue. That's why it feels so TV-like. Close-up shots, slow burn tension, dialogue that rewards replays. Just imagine The Office. But instead of sending faxes, you're sending powered humans into radioactive situations. Dispatch is, in many ways, the rebirth of Telltale in spirit. After the sudden 2018 Telltale shutdown, several key creatives formed Ad Hoc Studio. They carried their writing, voice directing, and camera style into this project. And they went huge on casting. Aaron Paul, Breaking Bad, as lead Robert Robertson. Jeffrey Wright, HBO's Westworld, as Chase, a speedster whose power rapidly ages him. Laura Bailey, The Last of Us 2, a cyber telepath hero with autoimmune side effects. Matthew Mercer, Critical Role, plays a manipulative ex-villain, disguised as an ally. Aaron Yvette, Michelle Wong, Max Mittelman, and streamer cameos like Jacksepticeye. They treated this like film. The actors received full scripts, character arcs, and direction to play off headsets instead of just reading lines in a booth. Which brings us to this. This isn't a video game being acted. It's a scripted show being played. If you're tired of games that feel like glowing punch fests, this is your palate cleanser. Because Dispatch is about leadership versus power, identity after failure, heroes who feel like human beings, bruised, complicated, dangerous. It's a story about control and losing it. A game that wants you to feel the pressure, the weight of sending a hero into a live situation. And perhaps the most interesting part? There's no reset. No try the mission again, just like life. If you screw up a dispatch call, if a loved character doesn't come back alive, that's the timeline now. It's emotional accountability, mixed with anime-level cinematic focus and strategy gaming. So, are you the kind of person who gives orders or waits for them? Dispatch is already out for PC and PS5. The first 2 episodes are available now. Let me know in the comments. If you were Robert, what would you do after losing your power? Would you rebuild yourself or revenge yourself? Smash that like button if this opened your eyes to a game you didn't even know existed. Subscribe if you want to keep discovering stories hidden behind the headlines. This is Unseen Cinema, the channel where we talk about cinema, but also things that were meant to be in cinema that turned into games instead. And this is the video game you didn't see coming.